Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another JVS movie review. Today, we'll bring you another movie from the Tribeca Film Festival. As we mentioned before, the film festival is running from June 9th to June 20th. Between that point, it's about 100 or more movies in this festival. So you're going to get some reviews from myself. We're going to get some reviews from Sam. And we're probably going to get together and try to review some of these, especially the bigger ones. We're going to try to get together and review those for you all, so you all know how this film festival is, and to get some very entertaining films. Now, the film I'm bringing you today, so far in this film festival, could be the best film I've seen, or at least it's one of the best films I've seen so far in this film festival. The name of this one is Catch the Fair One. And here's a quick synopsis, and then we'll get into the cast. A former champion boxer embarks on a fight of her life when she goes in search of her missing sister. And it stars Miss Kaylee Reis, Miss Tiffany Cho, and then Mr. Daniel Henshaw. First, let's start off why I think this is a great movie. Or good, really, really good movie, close to great movie. Miss Kaylee Reis is amazing in this movie. Going into this movie, I knew her as a boxer. I did not know that she was also an actor. Now, if this is her first role, because I have not even overly researched her past this movie, if this is her first role, this is career making. How good she is in this film. If she's done stuff before that, still same thing. This could be that type of role. She comes across as such an innocent character in this movie. And from the synopsis of it, as you can tell, she is a former champion boxer who we see at the beginning her life kind of has gone down a path. We're just not told what that path is at the beginning of the film. As the film goes through its first 15 to 20 minutes, we kind of see what led her down the path that she's going down. And that's because she was training to box. On the night, she's supposed to walk her sister home. Her sister decides to walk home on her own and goes missing. That's all we get told. All we get told there is that she goes missing. And then we see this journey that she goes on to find her missing sister. That's when this movie kind of goes to a different level. This is a genre film that we see often. The missing family member and another family member must find a missing said family member. It's a genre film that's been going on for a while now, but it's been really huge in like the last 10 years or so, or maybe longer, since the first Taken came out, where this has now become the thing to do for these type of films. But what this one does, it makes an emotional plea more than the action standpoint we're accustomed to seeing in these films. And that's what makes this movie work so well. Everything that Kaylee Reis is going through, you feel. Like, it's some harrowing scenes early on when she has to do some unthinkable things to get information about her sister. And man, it comes across as gut-wrenching. It's a particular scene that I'm not going to get into detail about with her and this other young gentleman. And it made me mad while I was watching it, just because you understand everything that she's going through to attempt to get this information. And people take advantage of people in this type of situation. And that's what you get a lot of in this film. And then we get to the kind of revenge thriller aspects of it, which are really good here. Because at no point in time do you believe she's a superhero, which normally happens in these type of films, where we get the heroine, the hero of it, becomes superhuman in everything that they do. They get away with everything humanly possible. That's not the case in this film. In this film, we see her struggle to get the information that she needs to get. And even when she gets the information that she does, thinks she needs, it's not enough. And I think that's the key part of this movie. trafficking young girls is a huge story. It's something that happens way too often in this world. And a lot of the stories end in heartbreak. And I love that this film decided to take the realistic path of it. I'm not saying that it ends in heartbreak. I'm not saying it doesn't end in heartbreak. I'm just saying it took a realistic path of what a person would have to go through to attempt to get this information out. And it's done by one of the best performances that I've seen so far in this early year, because we're kind of early still in the year here, but definitely one of the best performances I saw of the film festival. And it's a quiet, calm performance until she has to explode. And then you feel it when she does explode. When she's in desperation mode, you feel it. And the director does a amazing job of bringing you along with her in her journey here. Now, the director here, I know I'm going to say your name wrong. I probably said other people's name wrong. I do that often, but I mean no disrespect for it. Josef Wladyka, I think I said his name right. But this is also produced by Darren Eflosky. I know a lot of people have heard his name before. He's the producer on this project, but Mr. Wladyka, I think I'm saying your name right. If I'm not, I truly apologize for that. His direction here is great because he sets up the tension that we feel through this entire film. This film grabs you, and when it grabs you, it does not let you go. And I think that's important for these type of films, to understand that everything doesn't have to be an action set piece. At times, we could get the quiet moments. We could get the scenes with Kayla and her mom and their conversation and how important and pivotal it is to why she's doing everything she can to attempt to find her sister. Or in some harrowing moments with her and I think Tiffany in certain scenes later in the second to third act of this film, where we see her so desperate to get information that she's willing to do anything, including making threats that we know she's uncomfortable with making, but she understands it's necessary if she's going to find her sister. And that's what makes this movie work, is that it dives into the human element of it and the human emotion that goes behind your desperation. And what are you willing to do when you're that desperate to find someone that you love? And I think it does a great job. And it's a great ending to this movie. I'm not going to say nothing because this is spoiler free, but the movie ending is great. And what makes it great is that it's not typical. And I think people are going to enjoy that part of it. So, catch the fair one, showing at the Tribeca Film Festival. I don't believe so far the film has picked up distribution, or if it has, I can imagine the people who shouldn't be attempting to pick this film up. But when it does pick up distribution, we will definitely come back, let you all know where you will be able to check this one out at. Out of a possible 10, I'm going to give this movie a 8.5 out of 10. It is very well made, very well acted. It is something that will stick with me for a minute. And the main reason it sticks with me, not because of the subject matter, but because of the performance. Kayla, I hope I'm saying your name right, because I've said it countless times at this point. Kayla Reis is great in this movie. Absolutely great in this movie. I am surprised. If this is your first role, I'm surprised. You could have never told me that. I would expect this type of performance from someone who's done a multitude of film, not someone who's coming in and saying, like, this is my first role, or yet this is my first starring role. Like, she is great in this movie. And the entire time, her character is believable. And that, again, is hard to do in this genre of film, to make your character believable. But every character here, even the monsters in this film, are believable. Even when they don't fully explain what they do and why they're doing what they do, you still believe them. And that's the key part here. So, again, catch the fair one, shown at the Tribeca Film Festival. Whenever we get more release information, we will drop it in the description bar below so you all can check it out. This has been another JVS movie review. Peace, people.